Hi, everybody, and welcome to my neighborhood, San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico. My name is Mark Mulligan, and it's great to have you with us again on a Monday night. And we're going to give you just about a minute or two to go over to your fridge and get yourself something fun to drink. Also, if you have a friend out there who you think might enjoy watching some fun music tonight and some great pictures and some great scenery to go along with these songs, tell them to turn off the news and hop on and join us here on my Facebook fan page. Thanks again for being here. We're going to start off while people are logging on with just a video of me and one of my favorite bands, the Forastero Country Band. Together we are 6.5 Mexicans. We'll play this while everybody gets logged on, and I'm coming right back to start the show.
Got a buddy of mine who's living up in L.A. He's got a 2-story house and a Cadillac Escalade. He likes to call me up whenever he gets drunk, just to tell me how much he misses the Sonora sun. Sonora sun, keep shining on me till the day is done. He says I kicked myself for coming back. They got me running like a maniac. Gotta go before the wife hears me talking this way. Now she's laughing at me 'cause she doesn't quite understand how I made it this far in a rusty old broken down van. $50 doesn't go as far as it used to do. Where would I be if I hadn't run into you? Sonora sun, keep shining on me till the day is done. I've been halfway around the world, played my brown-eyed girl. Just one kiss had me setting that suitcase down. Shine, Sonora sun, keep shining on me till my days are done. Oh, you're more than just my alibi, you're my every reason why. They're shaking their heads and they're saying that boy's long gone. In the Sonora sun, in the Sonora sun.
It is great to be back in that Sonora sun. We just got back, Elsa and I did, from an awesome trip down to the Puerto Vallarta area. And we spent some time in a town called Sayulita, as well as some other places. And in fact, tonight we're going to be showing you some pictures of our trip and a couple of little videos. Elsa was celebrating her birthday. She's 37 now, can you believe it? She's in the back saying, "Cállate." Anyway, welcome everybody just tuning in. Please do me a favor and let your friends know that we are just coming on right now with a live show. Let's get us all in the mood for another fun Monday night. Starting off with this one right here, written by my buddy Bob Carwin, $100 Millionaire. Everybody's working for that almighty dollar, shoving every penny in the bank. Driving around town in the big SUVs without enough dough to fill the tank. Well, I got every dollar that I could ever need. the shallow water on the ground. Anytime I want to be a millionaire, all I gotta do is look around. I'll be a sand dollar millionaire. I got everything that I could ever need. Sand dollar millionaire. I got $1 million right in my feet. Now I can punch a clock, wear a jacket and tie, try to fit in with the fast-moving crowd. But no matter how hard I work or how much I save, it could never be better than it is right now. Sand dollar millionaire. I got everything that I could ever need. Sand dollar millionaire. I got $1 million right at my feet. Got a little place right down by the beach where the sun sets in my backyard. I may not have a maid or a 401k, but I never want to work that hard. Sand dollar millionaire. I got everything that I could ever need. Come on, everyone, help me out. Sand dollar millionaire. I got $1 million right at my feet. I can't hear you out there. Come on. Sand dollar millionaire. I got everything that I could ever need. Sand dollar millionaire. I got $1 million right at my feet. I got $1 million right at my feet. I got $1 million right at my feet. Well, like I said, Elsa and I just got back from a trip down to a little place called Sayulita right in the Puerto Vallarta area. Let's go down there right now and see how we kick that trip off.
We are way south of San Carlos in the state of Nayarit, a town called Sayulita. And Elsa and I are down here celebrating her birthday. And tonight we're at a place called La Rustica, which is a great pizza place. This one you're looking at is pretty unique. It's got mussels, it's got octopus, it's got shrimp. It's a pretty unique pizza. And we're just having a great time down here, exploring the whole area. And Elsa's ready to have a great birthday. Cheers, everyone.
Kind of gets me in the mood to wander on back down there with a song written by my buddy Rob Mell. Makes me wander. Don't it make you wonder? Some of my friends have told me that I seem to lack ambition, though I tried to explain that I search for the meaning of life when I'm deep sea fishing. All they say I really need is a good sense of direction. So I pulled out the morning paper and I opened up the travel section and I said, north, south, east, west. Which direction do you think is best? Don't tell me I'm not prepared for life. I got a current passport and a Swiss Army knife. Don't it make you wonder? Don't it make you wonder? Do you ever wonder? I wonder sometimes. Don't it make you wonder? I was sitting at home one night and I was watching the Outdoor Channel. You know I can't get excited about going someplace if I have to wear something flannel. Next was a show about tropic beaches. I like what I'm seeing. Next thing I know, I find myself on a plane to Sayulita and I say, fly, sail, sail, fly. Blue the sea, blue the sky. Don't tell me I don't know where I'm going. My ticket says anywhere that Elsa's going. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Do you ever wonder? I wonder sometimes. Don't it make you wonder? kids often see things some folks never see, but they often blur the line between fact and fantasy. Poets often ponder, but they seldom count the cost. Just 'cause I wander doesn't mean I'm lost. You guys ready to wander with me? Here we go. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Don't it make you wonder? Ooh, ah, ooh. Do you ever wonder? I wonder sometimes. Don't it make you wonder? Don't it make you wonder? Don't make you wonder. I wonder sometimes. Don't it make you wonder? Don't it make you wonder? Próximo video. Neither Elsa nor I are any Rob Mel on that surfboard, but you know what, Rob? If I was going to sing that song, Don't It Make You Wonder, hey, I had to try surfing, and it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. Elsa had a blast doing it, too. She did great out there. So anyway, I know one thing. Just like you guys when you come down here to San Carlos, last day of our trip, we felt like doing just what this song says. Turn around and run. From a weekend paradise I got used to holding you close every night. As we come down from the clouds and touch the ground, you're squeezing my hand so tight. But a paradise is behind us, where we've learned less is really more, and all we needed was each other. Then what are we coming back for? Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or just hang out on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. This big old city so full of people, buzzing around like flies, all stressed out in their everyday world, dressed up in their suits and their ties, trying to achieve the next level. With a bonus, they can buy that new car or a big house just to keep the family. They think those things are who they are. Let's turn around and run back to that Mexico sun. Don't need much to have fun, just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or make love on the beach, lay around in the sun. Smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. You know this part? La 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 la. We were suffering from a delusion. We could leave all this behind. No choice but collect our baggage. Get ready for that 9-to-5 grind. As we lugged our way to the exit, I could see the question in her eyes. So I answered with a smile. I grabbed her hand. Next plane back to paradise. Let's turn around and run back to the sea and the sun. Don't need much to have fun. Just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or just hang out on the beach. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Are you guys ready to sing? Let's turn around and run. Back to that Mexico sun. Don't need much to have fun. Just some lotion and some rum. We could snorkel for free, or make love on the beach. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Lay around in the sun, smartest thing we've ever done. Let's turn around and run. Let's head on back down south again.
Elsa and I are sitting here at a little place called La Isla in Sayulita. We just got done taking a surf lesson out there on the water. Nice mellow day. And now we're just enjoying a drink together at this cool little beach bar. You can tell that we're doing a great job social distancing, because it's basically just us. And I happen to be enjoying a nice session IPA from the state of Colima called Piedra Lisa. Elsa's got a pina colada. And everybody, cheers. Salud.
Cheers, everyone.
You can tell that Elsa and I have the same addiction, and I bet you do too, whether it's here in beautiful San Carlos, like with that view from these beautiful Pelican Beach condos, or whether it's down there in Sayulita. You got to love that white sand, the warm sun, and salty H2O. Got a constant craving, can't fight the urge. Try to kick the habit, but it keeps on getting worse. I've given up on rehab, it's far too late. This lifelong addiction is impossible to break. Give me some white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. You know what? This intervention's useless. It's out of my control. 12 steps from the ocean. Who needs 12 more? When you got white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! Now it goes back to my childhood, that very first trip, watching the waves roll in, mesmerized this kid. By the time they dragged me up the beach and shoved me in the car, I knew no matter where I'd go, I'd never get too far. From white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Living by the sea is so good for the soul. I pinch myself and wonder who can ask for more than white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! So keep your change of seasons, the winter and the cold. Send me a postcard with pictures of the snow. I'll look at it and shiver and just shake my head as I'm putting on my flip-flops and stepping out instead into the white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Take all your sweaters, set them on fire. Slap on some sunscreen, put on some Kelly McGuire. Then turn around and run right to the place you ought to be. Get your butt into some beach chair down here with me. In white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. You know what? Living by that sea, oh, it's good for your soul. I pinch myself and wonder who could ask for more than white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. There's no cure for this addiction. Every day I overdose on white sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Oh! One more time. How about now? White sand, warm sun, and salty H2O. Every day. Elsa and I were on our way up from Sayulita to a place called Rincon de Guayabitos when we stumbled on this little beach by accident, and we really like it a lot. It's called Los Ayalas, and it's not too far off the main road, but it's all just families kicking back, having a good time, really calm water, really cheap restaurants and bars right on the water, and a really beautiful scenery. In fact, just offshore though, you can see an island we're going to head out to in a little while, and that's called Isla de Coral. And they do snorkeling trips out there. I think it's 200 pesos to get out there, about $10. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're just kicking back, having a good time. And now we're going to continue heading up this road right here that kind of winds around the ocean and see where that takes us. What a cool little beach town that is. A lot like this beach town I am sitting in right now. On the other side of the country here, I'm up in San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico, sitting on the patio of a condominium given to us by Seaside Realty. I want to thank them, Ron and Karen at Seaside. Wow, this is tough to beat. So here we go, talking about this old beach town. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. There's something about this old beach town. Just outside my window, I can hear the sound of a big old rusty shrimper slowly heading out. Diesel engine whining, destination way out there, slowly fading out of sight. It's the first day of the season, and it's always been this way. The sleepy boardwalk comes to life, if only for a day. And the fathers hug their children, and the girls all wave goodbye, till that last boat disappears. The pace of life slows to a crawl, but no one seems to care at all. And the sun comes up, the sun goes down. Ain't there something about this old beach town? Lots of people say this place is long past her prime. More pesos than dollars, more nickels than dimes. And half the bars that line these beaches are boarded up and falling down. Beer cans scattered, and the tide comes up, the tide goes down. Ain't there something about this old beach town? breaking out the freezers. They're sweeping off the decks. They're heading for the boardwalk for a taste of what they missed. And the barmaids and the waitresses, yeah, they'll be raking in the tips. And the beer will flow like water all night long. If it weren't for some crustacean, the one we call pink gold, they would have moved off to the city instead of putting life on hold. Like this lone forgotten gringo whose skin has turned to brown. I think I'll take a walk down to the shore. Feel the salt upon my skin. Watch the waves come rolling in. And the sun comes up, the sun goes down. Ain't there something about this old beach town? Yeah, there's something about this old beach town. There is something about this old beach town, San Carlos. But for the moment, let's head on back down south again.
Hi everybody. I want to show you the beautiful view we have here in Los Ayala. Look at this.
Amazing thing is we feel like we have this just all to ourselves as we're walking down this little dirt road, only about a quarter mile from town. You can see out in the distance an island called Isla Coral, where we'll do a little bit of snorkeling in just a little while. But for right now, we're just kind of enjoying a little nature walk up this path here. We feel like we're out in the middle of the jungle.
Noticing a trend? See, we just keep on heading south in all these shows. Even when I'm south, I keep heading south. Well, let's all do that together right now. Come on south of the border. Again with me. I got that green light, 21K. Now I'm south of the border again. I'll be eating Dorado at the end of the day. South of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friend. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. Beautiful chica greets me with a beso south of the border again. Eating Dorado at the end of the day, south of the border again. South of the border again. And it feels so good, my friends. Tacos, burritos, muchachas, amigos, and sails out on the wind. South of the border again. Oh, I'll take the sea and the sun. Oh, heading south's more fun. Oh, I still can't explain it, how 1 foot across that line put me in a mañana state of mind. Good spot to be. Let's go even further south right now.
The nature down here is really incredible. In fact, these palm trees are so different than the ones we're used to. The palm fronds start right at the bottom, and look how high up these things go. They just extend forever. We feel like we're out in the middle of the jungle, This is the road we're taking, walking alongside the water, south of Rincón de los Guayabitos. Having a good time.
Well, traveling around all these places all these years kind of turns you into first world refugee. I know we got a whole lot of those out there watching tonight. He wakes up and he looks out at the ocean. A big old lazy sun paints the morning sky. Somewhere off the coast of Hispaniola, he gently rubs the sleep out of his eyes. He's on the third year of a 2-week-long vacation. Wasted too many years working too much overtime, just to surround himself with stuff he never needed. Till he hopped on board that boat and waved goodbye. Just the other day, he took that cell phone and tossed it out in the Caribbean Sea. They call him a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. He reaches down below and he grabs that old spear gun. There's an ocean full of fish are calling out his name. Jump overboard and he'll swim out toward the island, catch his lunch and come back home again. Now the folks up north say he must be smoking something, but they don't know what it is that gets him high. You see, there's something in these blue and emerald waters, gives him a buzz that money just can't buy. So he heads that sailboat straight into the sunset. Hey, there's no place on this earth he'd rather be. They call him a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. I'm warning you, this just might be you when you come down here and visit me. Life is good on this side of the sandbar, there ain't no doubt about it. This is where he's born to be. He's just a first world refugee, far away from the land of the free. He's got tropical sunshine running through his blood. Now Uncle Sam forgot his name, and he's never going back again, 'cause he's finally found a place to call his home. Oh, he's finally found a place to call his home. Well, interesting thing about that song and actually that entire album, that's a CD that goes back many years called First World Refugee. And it's got actually a lot of the most popular, most requested songs on it. Drinking Mexico Dry, Pacifico Blue, quite a few of them. And Rudy B., who sat here on this patio and did a couple of shows with me just recently, recorded with me a really, really cool project. We did an unplugged, we went from start to finish, and we took the First World Refugee album from all those years ago. We redid the album. It was just 2 guitars and one song I was playing piano on. Rudy B. joined me for it and just did an amazing job. And it's a stripped down acoustic two guitar version from start to finish of First World Refugee. It's called First World Refugee Unplugged. Here's what's kind of funny. You can see the cover there on the side. Looks very similar. It just says Unplugged on it. I have not even heard the finished product yet because Rudy B. took our mix, went up to Phoenix, and he's been working on this thing, and he has now played it for several people who originally we weren't even going to put this thing out as an album, but they said, wow, we really like this. This is a really, really cool version of this album. So Rudy is decided to do a limited edition thing here, and for the same price as the CD, if you would like to pick up First World Refugee, the new version, Unplugged, that's me with Rudy B., from start to finish, the entire album, all the songs redone. It's the same price as any of my other CDs, $13. Or, if you would like to, what I could also do, anybody who picks up a USB, one of my USBs, let me see if I got one here. If I don't, Elsa will come bring me one in a little while. But if you pick up one of my USB, here it is, I got it. If you pick up one of these USB cards, these have already got all of my other songs on them. Pablo, maybe you could hold that right up to the camera. And all you do is stick that in your USB output or input or in your car stereo, in your laptop. But what we'll do if you order one of those today, those are $49 for 131 songs. That's like 13 CDs. We'll put this one on there, and then we'll include it for free. So if you'd like to pick up a USB tonight, the complete set one is $49. And so instead of 131 songs now, it'll actually have those plus all 10 of these songs. And if you would like to pick up just the 3 favorites, the 3 top selling CDs on USB, we can do that too. And those are $25, and we'll include this album on it too. So salud, everybody, and thank you, Rudy B., for doing that project with me. It was really fun. Like I said, you guys are going to hear it before I do. So hope you'll enjoy it. Let me know how it is, okay? All right. I'd like to send this next one out for Bart Parent. Hi, Bart. Thanks for tuning in like you always do. Pablo, maybe you could get an angle of my feet here just so you can know, Bart. I'm doing this all for you. I was actually wearing dress shoes tonight until I got this request from you. There's no way I can sing this song with shoes on. I don't wear shoes. Don't sing the blues. That's never been my style. I don't play Stevie Ray. I'm the barefoot happy guy. Yeah. But that all changed the other day when she said, honey, try these on. My jaw dropped when she handed me the box. All I could think was run. I got the shoes blues. How in the world did she ever get me into these shoes blues? Get these things off of me. This is wrong. The girl is evil. Tell me this is all a bad dream. I'll mow the lawn. I'll take out the garbage. Just don't do this to me. Size 11, black leather. No, this can't be true. Box after box piled up on the table. What am I gonna do with these shoes blues? How in the world did she ever get me into these shoes blues? Get these things off of me. 3 words, take them back. She looked at me and said, sorry, Jack, I'm sick of those sandals. I threw away your thongs. Now put them on, or I'm gone out of here. It's a sad story, folks. ridiculous. Pressed pants, button down, but that ain't the worst of it. I got 10 toes wiggling around, saying set us free. It's hot and cramped and crowded in here. I'll pay the ransom, just get me out of these shoes. Blues. How in the world did she ever get me into these shoes? Blues. Get these things off of me. Shoes. Blues. I can't believe people actually walk in these shoes. Blues. Get these things off of me. I'm begging you, baby, please. Get these shoes away from me. All right, get out of here. All right, hand me the necktie. I told you that was a sad one. Let's head on back down south again.
Hi, we found the end of the road, and looks just like this.
A few other people found it too. It's such a mellow little beach. I don't think anybody would call this overdeveloped. Just all by itself. And off in the distance, that's Los Ayalas around the corner. We're gonna take a dip and make our way back.
I don't know about you, but I love little beaches like that. We found quite a few of them down there. And you know what's one thing that's so special about San Carlos? We got them everywhere. There's not a day of the year you can't have a beach to yourself in this town, which is pretty cool. Sending this one out for Bonnie and Rocky Point. We got our beach back. There's a thumbs up from a fisherman on a pier. We got our beach back. My God, the coast is finally clear. Looking toward the lighthouse, as far as you can see, there's more pelicans than people. Can you believe we got our beach back? No timeshare guys hassling anyone. We got our beach back. Those boys in their brochures are gone. We got our beach back, and that feels so good to say. For a little while I thought we'd never see the day. We got our beach back. We don't have to fight that madness anymore. There's room for this old beach chair on the shore. Finally got space to breathe, 'cause you and me got our beach back. This gorgeous stretch of golden sand. Got it all to ourselves once again. Amen. We got our beach back. It wasn't long ago. Everywhere you turned, change was in the air. You'd think this was Cabo. New condos popping up everywhere. Suddenly it happened. Everything went south. Now those real estate signs are rusty. And without a doubt, we got our beach back. I hear we're dodging bullets, me and you. Yeah, is that a fact? Guess I must have missed the evening news. 'Cause I was ankle deep in water as the sun sank in the sea. While Jim cracked me a cold one, smiled and said to me, we got our beach back. Here's to that far-off anchor man. God bless the gang on CNN. It's true, they still don't have a clue. But thanks to them, we got our beach back. And it sure is good to walk these shores again. where the only folks I see are all good friends. Friends, we got our beach back. So be careful what you wish for, 'cause the day things turn around, we'll be looking back on how it used to be, when this paradise belonged just to you and me. Can you believe we got our beach back? So let's enjoy it while we can, me and you. 'Cause one day those crowds will be back too. It's true. But until they do, we got our beach back. Got our beach back. There is nothing like having a beach all to yourself, and it's one of the things that I most love about the Sea of Cortez. You know, we've traveled to some beautiful spots, and man, all over Mexico, you can really, really find them. One thing I really, really love about this country in general is the variety. You know, just a couple of weeks ago, we were up 5 hours from here. We were up in pine trees and playing in the creek and enjoying cool weather. And then a few days later, there we are in Puerto Vallarta, celebrating Elsa's birthday in a totally different surrounding. There's so much to see here in Mexico and so much to do. But boy, I'll tell you, when it comes to a spot to hang out for a long, long time, it's pretty tough to beat San Carlos. Well, one of the reasons we were down there was we were celebrating a very special birthday. And I think you can guess who. That beautiful girl right there. And boy, did we have a great birthday. We celebrated for several days. And as you can see, Elsa was having fun. Look at that view right there of Playa de Amor. That crater kind of thing over an island is just like nothing you've ever seen before. And there's Elsa after a little time on the water. And that's us on our way to our date. We took a city bus to a really romantic dinner. I'll tell you about that in a second. But what a trip it really was. Oh, that makes me hungry. That dessert. Feliz cumpleaños, it says in chocolate. Would you guys all help me singing this next song for Elsa? It's one of my favorites, and it goes just like this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Elsa. Happy birthday to you. Felicidades, chica. I know everybody out there is wishing you a happy birthday. But now your celebration is officially over. We've been celebrating your birthday for a long time now. But I'll tell you, before we stop celebrating, I'd like to sing Elsa one of her favorite songs that I've ever played. And this one goes out for her. I'd like to dedicate it to my wife. And this one goes back many years, originally off a CD called Mexico, and it's now off my Best of the Early Years album. If you know this one, even if you don't know it, grab that person you're sitting next to on the couch, assuming it's your spouse, and ask him to dance. Life is short. This is a nice song to dance to. I wrote the words down, and I practiced them all day. Knew just what I was going to do. There you are now, standing in the doorway. You're looking so good that I just kind of lost my place. So listen to the music on the radio. Take my hand and dance with me. 'Cause we got 50 watts of moonlight up above us. Ain't much, but it's all I really need. Just to tell you that I love you. There's nothing more that I could say. I love you. Don't know why, but it just worked out that way. Don't need no limousine, no moonlight or champagne. All I want's this moment here with you, just to tell you that I love you. Just want to tell you that I love you. So listen to the music on the radio. Take my hand and dance with me. 'Cause we got 50 watts of moonlight up above us. We'll waltz across the dirt floor, won't think nothing of it. And I'll tell you that I love you. There's nothing more that I can say. I love you. Don't know why, but it just worked out that way. Don't need no limousine, no moonlight or champagne. All I want's this moment here with you, just to tell you that I love you. Just want to tell you that I love you. Te amo. Ya te digo que te amo. You. Just want to tell you that I love you.
It is the last night of our trip, and it's been a great one. And today's a special day for us because we're celebrating this girl's birthday. Yay. Elsa's birthday today, everybody. Say happy birthday.
Thanks.
So, Elsa, how's your birthday been?
Oh, full of surprises. We were surfing this morning, and then we went for Isla de Coral, and we were doing a snorkel and swimming. We had so much fun today, and now we are in Puerto Vallarta having dinner, celebrating my birthday, and we got here by bus.
That was 20 pesos I spent, everybody. I splurged.
Yeah, but we had so much fun, and it is one of my favorite churches ever.
Awesome. It's been a wonderful trip down here, and everybody, salud. Elsa, lift up that drink.
Cheers.
I think I just got a lot of you guys out there out of trouble for any gifts you might have bought your spouse, because I doubt any of you have ever taken your wife to a romantic dinner on a city bus. But you know what? We were having so much fun. I'd been driving quite a bit in traffic and stuff, and Elsa said, I don't want you to stress. I want you to have some beers tonight and relax. We had 10 pesos each, I think it was. We got on the bus, and probably the sweetest thing I could ever say to my wife is, honey, you are the best looking woman on this city bus. So in case you haven't noticed, wherever I go in this beautiful country, I love it. I can hear the sound of the music coming across that borderline tonight. I can feel the touch of a young girl gently take my hand underneath the moonlight. Soft refrains on a Spanish guitar carry me away. All voices calling as I close my eyes. Think I hear her say, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away, Mexico. she remember? Is she still waiting there for me? Does she ever think about those hot summer nights down by the sea? Distant highways and dusty old roads, you got me crossing the line. Lead me down to where nobody knows. Take me back in time, Mexico. You're the one that I love and I can't get enough, Mexico. But you're another world away, Mexico. Those clear blue skies and big brown eyes gotta go, Mexico. I can feel that wind begin to blow, and every time I hear that sound I know, sing it with me now, Mexico. You've been there on my mind for a long, long time, and I know that I just can't stay away, Mexico. Like warm white sand in the palm of my hand, gotta go. And I'll be coming back to stay, Mexico. You're the one that I love and I can't get enough, Mexico. But you're another world away, Mexico. Those clear blue skies and big brown eyes gotta go, Mexico. It is a good spot to hang out. You know, one thing I've always thought about Mexico, especially these last few years, there are so many beautiful places to go in the world. You can go to Hawaii, you can go down to Belize, Costa Rica. All of them are such special places. But one thing that I really like about here, especially being a musician, raising 4 kids, you know, we're a family of 6. This is a place that we can actually afford to do things, especially here in San Carlos. You know, we can afford to go out and eat. It's so much cheaper than even other parts of Mexico. It's, you know, we can live here on a fraction of what it would take to live in some of these other beautiful spots in the world. And sure, you know, when you're down in Belize, you bet. It's an awesome spot. I love their diving and all that. But you certainly do pay a premium to live in a place where people speak English. And here in San Carlos, you know, you can get by without a lot of Spanish and you'll be just fine. Just like down there in Belize, but I guarantee you'll love it just as much in many different ways, and you won't go broke doing it. These pictures I'm going to show you right now are of a pretty neat place here. It is the last night of our trip. Las fotos de Playa de Amor. This is what you're looking at right there. That's the entrance to a cave. So that's an island called Isla Redondo, which means round island. Quédate con ese momento. ¿Está bien? ¿Se puede o no? No, está bien. So anyway, that looks like a crater over that island. It's just this round hole over this thing. And it's known as Isla Redondo, and this is off Punta de Mita or Sayulita. You go out there on a boat. And what's kind of cool is usually if you Google this place, sometimes if you Google Playa de Amor, Love Beach, that's what comes up. And usually this place would be just overcome with hordes of people. But we got lucky because of all that's going on right now, and with the limited amount of tourism going on down there. They are only giving 116 permits to go through that tunnel you just saw and go inside this island to that area with a crater-like hole over it. And even now, there's 116 permits given per day instead of, you know, way, way more than that. All the videos we've ever seen always had 50, 60, 70, 100, even more than that people. When we went out there, we were so lucky we had the boat all to ourselves, and we got to that island. I've never seen it where 2 people had that place all to themselves. I want to thank God. I really do, because he was looking out for me. I think he knew I had to make up for that city bus incident. So he took care of me on this one. But anyway, that is called Isla Redondo, which means round island. And if you Google Playa de Amor, or maybe even Isla de Amor, and you Google Sayulita, that's in the Marieta Islands, Marieta, and you can really see some neat views of what you're looking at right there. So we had a great time. All right, I mentioned before about the new unplugged version, the acoustic version that we did of the First World Refugee album. I'm going to play you a song off that right now that I seldom play, but it's on that album. And my friends out there, Robin and Don Lemire, they love to hear this one, along with a couple of other folks. But it's not one of the more commercial songs on the album. This one kind of goes with that backdrop behind me. Sea Cortez. The sun's coming up and the dawn is on the rise. She says this one's for luck. She kisses him goodbye. He looks about 50, but he's only 35. Fishing ain't easy, but it's all that keeps him alive. But he can't quit now, he's got mouths to feed. So he heads that panga out to sea and goes out on one more run off the coast of nowhere. Spanish explorers and ghosts from long ago still haunt these tranquil waters, still roam these Cortez shores. And the voice of the Seri whispers on the wind, telling tales in a language nobody understands. How before the days of you and me, magnificent creatures ruled these seas, all through the centuries off the coast of nowhere. Marlins and mantas, dolphins and whales would put on a show for the men that set sail. Conquistadors of a world untouched by time. But mysterious secrets were better left untold by dreamers and vagabond drifters and castaway souls. Pirates and thieves in search of pink gold on Mexican shrimpers all rusty and old are leaving one big empty wake behind. From Cabo to Quino, Peñasco to Mulligan, seems all that they left us are memories of yesterday. Now the sun's going down and the day is almost done. Takes one last look behind him and sees a silhouette of Tipperol, just like his father a generation before. Looks out on the water and he wonders how many decades more till that last vaquita disappears and there's nothing left of the sea turtle here. That day is getting near off the coast of nowhere. What's he gonna tell his son if the nets are empty and the fish are all gone? And they say it won't be long. That's off that Unplugged album that Rudy B and I just did, and you're going to love how Rudy B played on that album. If you've seen Rudy B out there playing with me before, give him a round of applause from your couch right now. He's really incredible. And Rudy's going to be joining me for a couple of shows coming up. I'd like to remind you that actually this coming weekend, I'm going to be singing for the first time, not to a camera lens and knowing who's on the other side of it, but to actual faces looking back at me, and I bet it's going to freak me out. But in San Diego, I can't wait to see you all at Casa Tortuga, just south of San Diego and Bonita. Perfect venue during times like this because it's outdoors, of course, and with plenty of room to space out. They're even doing like contactless booking. So they've done everything they can to minimize risk to people. If you're comfortable going out and would like to join me for an afternoon, bring your own chair and BYOB kind of day in as safe as an environment as you can find right now, please go to my website. It's at markmulligan.net. It's got details about that show. It's also got details about an upcoming show, also a limited crowd size show in Phoenix, Arizona, coming up on September the 11th. Both of those, just go to my website, markmulligan.net, click on calendar. You'll see all the info right there. Because we're limiting the size on these, I mean, I've played for 130 people in San Diego at this venue before, but we're going to limit it to about 40, 45 people, most likely. And same with Phoenix. So if you'd like to go to that show, make sure you get your reservation in quickly because it'll fill up faster with a smaller crowd size permitted. Speaking of Phoenix, you guys are hot up there, aren't you? How many days in a row has it been over 110 degrees? Well, call me crazy. I'm a fan of the heat. I'm a fan of summertime. I will take it over the cold any day. And about this time of year, I start wondering, where'd my summer go? Is it almost gone already? Now it happens every year around this time. Labor Day comes and goes, and I find that my heart starts sinking like the September sun. And I tell myself, oh no, I swear the month of May was only yesterday. Next thing I know, it's where my summer goes. Those days down on the shore, toes in the sand, sun on my skin, just kicking back on the coast. And now the kids are back in school again, and reality is kicking in. The beaches are empty, the days are getting short, and the nights will soon be cold. Hey, where'd my summer go? Now a lot of folks are sick and tired of the heat, right, Phoenix? Call me crazy, bring on 101 degrees. I'd rather bake in the sun than put a sweater on. When it's cold, I just can't chill. But October's on the way, need one more lazy day. Somebody tell me where'd my summer go? Can life move a little more slow? Can't warm June weather last forever? Can't autumn be postponed? I wish these really long days would last, but the sun's going down too fast. Somebody stop it before it disappears, leaving me all alone, wondering where'd my summer go? They're breaking out sweatshirts and putting on jeans, but I still got my swimming suit on. It's on my underneath my shorts right here, guys. I'm taking one last dip, then guess I gotta let go. Oh no, where'd my summer go? Come on, say it isn't so. I miss those UV rays on hot July days. Don't tell me that's all she wrote, but according to the weatherman, won't be long till we lose these 10 I don't know about you. It's been a crazy summer for a lot of us, and a lot of our plans got turned upside down. But you know what? I got to be honest with you. I've had a wonderful summer in spite of all the craziness and the tours that got canceled, not being able to sing for you in person. I'm thankful to God for the chance to spend a summer with my family like I did, to go on some trips with them, to just even be around the house and have meals with them. Because, normally this time of year, I'd be out for 13, 14, 15 days, come home for 4 or 5, rush to get back out on the road. Maybe it was time for this boy here to slow down a little bit and live the lyrics to his own songs. So thank you, God, for kind of slapping me upside the head. And maybe you have a similar experience in your own life. I know my friends Sean and Shara are watching in Colorado right now, and they feel the same way. They've had their plans altered, but they are just making the most of it and doing things around Colorado instead of far from home like they had planned to. My friends over in Virginia, the LeClaire family, they're doing the same thing. A lot of you guys are just making the most of it. I've heard a lot of positive attitudes from all you guys, and I got to tell you, that's why I love singing for you guys. You're not a complaining bunch of people. You guys are positive and fun, and that's how we all hooked up. You could be watching somebody else right now, but there's a reason that we're hanging out together. And you are my kind of people, which brings up this next song. Now, before I sing it, I got to tell you, just give you an example of my kind of people. San Carlos has got a special bunch. All you guys who are San Carlos folks, even if you're not here right now, I love you. You are my family, and I'm so grateful for you. A whole bunch of you got together without us musicians even knowing it and did a fundraising drive. I didn't even know about this until all of a sudden some money popped up in my bank account, along with donations for the Dudes, the Country Boys, Asterisco, Sensanova, Omar, and Sector 7. Those other bands, those guys are actually hurting worse than I ever am because they're not able to do the online shows. And so they're out of jobs. They got families, and they rely on those tips that they're missing out on. So I want to thank Nancy Schultz for being one of the folks who spearheaded this, along with the other people who helped her out. And they donated all this money. I'm just going to read a couple of names to you. Carol Fontana, Sherry and Danny, Terry Chalice from the Castaway Kids, Scarlett Carols, Richard Browning, Rebecca Durham, Al and Cynthia Dodson, Mike and Nancy Gregory, Leslie Fox, Mike Reeve, Nancy Stiers. Don't worry, I just got a couple more. Pam Barnard, Robert Wilcox, Bruce Tilford, Christina Long, Terry and Ronnie Hemphill, Hillary and Steve, and Tracy McLean, and Tina Madden, and even an anonymous donor. Without us even knowing it, you guys threw all this money in, and I got a nice email yesterday along with a PayPal donation from you guys, just saying that you realize that music is a big part of San Carlos. Well, I really appreciate that. You guys are as much a part of San Carlos as I hope my music is to you. I can't wait for you all to get back here again so I can do this for you in person. And I'm grateful that you allow me to keep doing this on Monday nights. People like Mike and Jamie watching in Lake McConaughey, Nebraska, and Bill and Sherry Mackman in Florida, and some of you guys who watch every single week, Jack and Shelly Chandler in Phoenix, the LeClairs. I can go on and on. You are my kind of people. And I'm going to show you one more of my kind of people here. Can you show a picture here of my friend Barb Dahl? See that lovely lady right there? She's a friend of many of us here in San Carlos, and she just passed away this week. Now, what you can't tell from that picture is Barb came to my shows, but she never once did see me because she's blind. So I'd go up to her table and bow my head down and say, "Hi, Barbara," and to make sure she knew who she was talking, she would rub my head, and she would feel all this hair. Now, see, the good thing is she couldn't tell that it's all gray. So in her mind, I was like the sexiest guy around. And Barbara was taken care of by Tim and Dina Doherty in her final years. She was 82 years old, and she had some health problems in her final years, but San Carlos stepped up and took good care of that lady and gave her a nice finale to her life. Barbara Dahl, this one also goes out for you up in your new zip code, because I know that's where you're hanging out. And up there, you got perfect 20/20 vision. Jim was lying in a hospital. They thought he was gonna die. His brother said, "Bro, I got an idea. You wanna go for a ride?" The car's all packed, the engine is running. I'm heading for Mexico. Jim said, I'm in. The nurse freaked out and he hobbled on out the door. 10 years later, Jim's still kicking and he's got himself a beautiful gal. Running round this little beach town, the boy's still having a ball. Let me tell you about my kind of people in my kind of place, my kind of moments, my kind of days. All right, guys, we're going to head that way to one of my favorite bars, where Cesar's got a seaside joint just south of here. Forget about that pina colada, 'cause all he's got is beer. The place ain't nothing but a fallen down shack, weathered by the waves and wind. I hope you like water, 'cause you'll be sitting in it when the tide comes rolling in. They'll cook you a fish that he caught that day, then he'll belt out a song for the crowd. They'll drink half your beer, but don't worry, Barbara, the next one's on the house. I'm talking about my kind of people in my kind of place, my kind of moments, my kind of days. It's my kind of day to just hang out with all my friends, catch you down in Froggy's for a bite. He had a life in the real world, now he goes by Captain Bob. Down here, no one knows your last name, but everybody knows who you are. Like Larry and Maris, Giggles and Bruce, Kate, Diane, Lamanga, John. Yeah, Howard, he actually got up to 4 boats. Bomber, you come back to town. There's Carla and Denny, Helen and Jim, and Flint from Barracuda Bombs. On just another Tuesday, and not much Newsday, and that's all right with us. It is all right with us. Some guitar playing gringos banging out a tune, and they're tearing up the old dance floor. Raphael asked me otra más, but who could ask for anything more when you're singing for my kind of people in my kind of place, my kind of moments on my kind of days, my kind of people in my kind of place, my kind of moments, these are my kind of days. You guys are my kind of people. God bless you. Elsa, running back there. I think we got a couple of requests. So let's see what we got. Here comes the Vanna White of our show. She's going to hold up the request. Franklin, I already did your song, the Shoes Blues. That's my second request for that. I just mentioned Tim and Dina Doherty. They were the ones that took care of Barbara, the woman I just sang about. So Tim and Dina, I have a song coming up for you in just a second. I'm going to first do this one, though. Dennis Swint is watching in Mesquite, Texas. Hi, Dennis. Yeah, and you still have time to get a request in. It's just got to be a good one. That's the only rule. And we're staying away from cover songs because we've gotten into some issues on the cover songs. It makes it hard to show it again at the replays in YouTube because of copyright laws and things like that. So anyway, Dennis, this one goes out for you, bud. I've done this one on one of my live online shows yet. I walked into the front door of a pawn shop, walked out with my future in my hands. That first guitar would change my path forever and take me places I had never planned. That day song on this journey around the sun. Just trying to find my way, and I haven't yet begun to figure out what's going on. I've wandered, I've strayed, I've wasted so much time. Happy New Year's Day, another circle's just begun. Another trip, another journey round the sun. Look back on that church up on 7th Street and the altar boy that I once used to be. Now me and God have frequent conversation, even when I'm not down on my knees, in a bar, on a boat, or on some hidden beach. You see, I'm not alone wherever I may be on this journey around the sun, just trying to make it back to the place where I belong, 'cause there's a man I wanna see. I've wandered, I've strayed, I've wasted so much time, and here we are today. So far, it's sure been fun. What a trip, this journey round the sun. Round and round, round and round we go. Where we stop, only heaven knows. We came into this world bald and barefoot. Some of us haven't changed that much. Maybe when you're running round in circles, you eventually get back to where you're from. So here's to love, here's to our families. Here's to just how good this life can be. On this journey around the sun, we're all trying to find our way, and we haven't yet begun to figure out what's going on. We've wandered, we've strayed, we've wasted so much time, but here we are today. So far, it's sure been fun. It's a trip, this journey round the sun. What a trip, this journey round the sun. Thank you, Dennis, for the request on that one. Tim and Dina, yours is coming right up. I'm going to do this one in front of it. I think I can get away with doing this song right here. You know your part in this next song. We got a couple other good requests coming up. Actually, you know what, Pamela? Pamela Simpson, I better not risk it on this one here, because it is a cover song, and we want people to see this thing on YouTube later on. So I owe you a request, Pamela, but you've got to suffer through a Mark Mulligan song, okay? So think of something else, and I'll try to get to it. Tim and Dina, thanks for the good care you took of Barbara. This next one is going out for you guys. Welcome back to San Carlos. I know you've been up in Colorado. When I first recorded this song, my producer said, women are going to hate you if you sing this song. And the funny thing is, it's always women who request the song. What do producers know? That little diamond is so damn tight. She said, is this the best ring you could buy me? Don't you know this is her big day? And daddy's girl always gets her way. But little does she know that not so long ago, on that weekend they didn't talk. It's not quite what she thought. 3 days on the desolate coast, south of the border down to Mexico. A sleeping bag and an old guitar, camping out under the stars. A quick flight away from one angry fiancé. heard her girlfriends talking. While on that first night he went walking past a shack down by the water. It's when he first saw the fisherman's daughter. Wasn't planned, it just kinda happened. He waved at her, she smiled at him. Her daddy didn't like that much. He turned around and stormed back in the hut. But later on that night, between dusk and morning light, I guess Spanish class paid off. They laughed and joked and talked, not like the babes in Bride magazine. A ragged shirt and some worn out jeans, big brown eyes and skin so tan, kinda shy, kinda innocent. And he told her about his girl and her gotta have it world. The credit cards, the catalogs, the nose job and the spas. I said nose job. And the night got dark and the fire grew harder, hanging out with the fisherman's daughter. And for a girl raised on nothing, she sure was something else. And for the first time in ages, he could simply be himself. They spent that weekend all alone together, and wished somehow that now could last forever. Somebody's having a real bad hair day, freaking out and fighting with the bridesmaid. The church is packed, it's noon, but nobody's heard or seen back room. Just down the street, he stumbles to his feet, lays down a tip of $50. Bartender says good luck, buena suerte amigo. He made it there in the nick of time. Her dad was mad and her mom was crying. Before he had a chance to say a thing, he heard those church bells ring. Here comes the bride, marching down the aisle. He could hear his own heartbeat. Was it the booze or just cold feet? Then the best man grinned and the bride got ill. When he looked at her, he said, I gotta bail. I sure hate to stand you up at the altar, but I'm in love with the fisherman's daughter. I'm in love with the fisherman's daughter. Still in love with the fisherman's daughter. And see, that's how wonderful my wife is, because she's not a fisherman's daughter. She's a wheat farmer's daughter, and she still lets me sing that song. Okay, Elsa, what else have we got on the list? Is everyone having fun out there? I am. I'm having a great time. Actually have a nice little kind of cool breeze blowing on me, if you can believe that. Terry Higgins in Florida. Terry, I've sung in your backyard. And Terry, my wife owes you a dance. And if you're gonna, Terry, I don't know if you're going to be at Island Fest, but if you're at Island Fest, we can take care of business then. Boy, Terry, I haven't played this song in a long time, but we're going to go even further south than we've taken you earlier in the show today. We're going to go across the border down into Belize to Kelly McGuire territory. We're going to head on down to San Pedro. I see a lighthouse off in the distance, and it won't be long till I'm with you, yeah. Wandering your beaches, tasting salt in your breezes. San Pedro, nice to see you once again. I mean, it's
sunrise off the pier down by the spindrift. I need to be on the front porch at Estelle's. I need a morning walking barefoot down on Front Street, then boarding the cat can do and heading out for a sail. Palm trees are swaying, children are playing, their dark skin shimmering in the sun. The smiles on their faces must be contagious. San Pedro can't wait to see it again. Turtles and parrotfish, they're calling out my name. I need a bar stool and a Bellican down at Fido's, and some conch down at Caramba to close today. A full moon is shining down on the island, a bottle of one barrel in my reef waves are breaking, I see lovers embracing. San Pedro, nice to see you once again. Yeah, it sure is good to be here again. San Pedro, nice to see you, my friend. Terry Higgins and Marianne, I can't wait to see you guys again. And who knows, maybe one of these days we'll be down in Belize again. Okay, Elsa, what do you got for me over there? I know we still got a couple more requests. Oh, yeah. Sherry and Bill watching us in Punta Gorda. I'm getting out their way, too, in October. And some of those shows are still on. And don't worry, all the shows we're doing, you know, we make them as safe as possible, outdoors, everyone's spaced out. And you can get the information about those shows, as well as Phoenix and San Diego, and other shows, on my website at markmulligan.net. And, of course, this is where you can find me on Monday nights. I'd love you guys to let me know if you would like me to keep these Monday shows going. If you'd like to, I'll keep them going, even as things reopen. I know some of you aren't quite yet comfortable going out, and maybe this is a nice part of your Monday night. If it is, and you'd like me to keep it going, I will. If it's time for me to just shut the heck up, I can do that too. So you let me know. It's all up to you guys. Sherry and Bill Mackman, this one goes out for you. Same beer, different can. The old man drank a beer every now and then. One day we cracked a couple, just me and him. 80 years old, all the stories he could tell you about his far-flung friends from France to Venezuela. He said I swigged Fosters with Aussies, and Guinness in an Irish pub, a Shiner Bock and Looking Bock, and Buddy, sure enough, it's all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sit, the more you understand. It's all the same beer, different can. That guy you were looking at there, that's Tom Shepard, who co-wrote the song with me. Our pal Tom Shepard played a tour overseas.
singing for all our folks stationed in the Middle East, at the ambassador's home right there in Riyadh. He sang a special song he'd written about his dad. And when the show was over, he was loading up his band. This guy walked up to Tom and stuck out his hand. He said, that song about your father really meant a lot to me, 'cause I just lost mine and you described him perfectly. Now that man had on a white robe, he wore sandals on his feet, he had a guitar on his head, and man, it ain't that hard to see we're all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand we're all the same beer, different can. Said, I believe God's gonna get a good laugh when we learn all of us Buds and Millers and Land Sharks and Coors and even Pabst are all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand we're all the same beer, different can. The more you sip, the more you understand we're all the same beer, different can. Thank you, Tom Shepard, for recording that song with me in Nashville as a duet. Title track of that CD, Same Beer, Different Can. Elsa, me muestras lo que tenemos. Hey, I also would like to just say something personal. You know, Seaside Realty is always so good about loaning me this condo. And, of course, they took great care of Mike Nash when he was down here doing a couple shows that I hope you enjoyed. They just give us rock star surroundings. You can't beat this for a stage. Some of you guys out there have actually stayed in this condo, and it's a beautiful one at Pelican Beach. And Seaside Realty, of course, not only has this condo, but they've got places all over town. But most of all, they're just really special people. And I really want to send my thoughts and prayers out for Karen, because think of this, just a few days ago, Karen lost both of her parents separately over the span of just a few hours. Her parents were elderly, and Karen knew it was coming, and I'm really, really happy that Karen got a chance to actually go up to the States and be there with her parents, who she loved very, very much, of course. And, you know, when you really think of it, isn't it? I think it's actually really cool and a blessing whenever a couple is able to go out together. Elsa, don't get scared on this, but I really do mean it. I wrote to Karen and I told her that, you know, to live all those years and then to die with a matter of hours together and not have one of them left behind lonely and grieving and sad, you know, and to live long lives like that. What a blessing and a thing to be thankful for. What a blessing that Karen was able to be there. But I know that also, I think just a couple days later, she lost her aunt, and 6 months ago, she lost her brother. So Karen's had a challenging 2020, but every time you look at her, she's got a smile on her face, and she's always doing nice things for other people. She was making those masks for everybody and giving them away to people here, taking care of us musicians. You would never know the challenges that she's gone through because of her positive attitude, and that is worth more to me than anything regarding real estate. Karen, we love you. You're a big part of this community. Ron, you too. You guys are awesome, and thanks for being so good to me. And Karen, hang in there. Time heals. Things will get better. And your parents, God bless them. Richard Barna, I'm going to send this one out for you. We're going to close out the show with this one right here. And I want to thank you all for joining me. Richard, this is a song that my friends in Virginia like too, and in Kansas. Chip and David LeClaire, brothers, they've always requested this song from me too, so you're in good company with those guys. It's a song called The Harbor, but nobody calls it The Harbor. They call it Fish Out of Water. I've had a great time tonight. And even though I'm going to San Diego next Monday, I'm back in time to do my Monday show. You guys let me know about the Mondays if you want to keep me doing weekly, every other Monday, whatever you want, I'm going to do it for you. You kept me going. I appreciate it. And I know Elsa and the kids do too. Long ago and far away, back on graduation day, they said he had this wild little scheme to haul a boat down to the bay, hop aboard and sail away, chance it all and chase some crazy dream. No house, no wife, no kids, no better time than this, but they shook their heads and they said, what's wrong with you? So the story goes that boat sailed on and left him on the dock alone. He watched as it faded out of view. It all looked so good there on that resume. He told them all just what they want to hear. Now it's Monday morning, 8 a.m. He sits there in that traffic jam, brake lights as far as he can see. Just to walk into some cubicle with 8 hours of time to kill, where every day is just the same routine. It's all so predictable, so safe, so sensible, so logical. It's driving him insane. A year's worth of aggravation for a lousy week of paid vacation, medical and a 401k. They all say he made the right decision on the day he watched that boat disappear. But in a conference call one day it finally hit him. What in the world am I still doing here? Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water. Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? But that's not the place where boats were built to be. After 30 years he's thinking about cashing in and getting out, but the wife says, hey buddy, not so fast. Big house is comfortable. To quit now ain't practical. Let's hear right on. Time to feel like a fish out of water. Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? But that's not the place where boats were built to be. Put that boat into the water. Before they left the whole world in their wake, he took one last long look over that harbor and said, this is one chance I just gotta take. Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water. Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? That's not the place where boats were built to be. Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water. Baby, can't you see that the safest place for a boat is in the harbor? That's not the place where boats were built to be. No, that's not the place where boats were built to be. I want to thank Pablo and Anais for handling the video tonight. They do such a great job. Thank you, Seaside Realty, for just being who you are. And thank each and every one of you guys for watching tonight. I look forward to seeing you in San Diego next weekend, or right right here on Facebook Live next Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Buenas noches, everybody.